I've often wondered why only a handful of people are successful in rapidly growing their business and dominating the marketplace, while many others seem stagnated. In the last 21 years, I have interacted, engaged, and worked with over 1,000 plus entrepreneurs, business owners, and passionate individuals. What I saw that the people who remained stagnant had a lost purpose and a direction and no longer found value in what they did or even in what they created. Hence, they ended up staying on a path of finding value in what they did instead of creating value by serving it to its customers.
I quote this quite often. If you cannot believe and create value in what you do, you will be unable to fulfill your purpose.
Looking beyond what you can think and imagine is really important for us, as this allows us to grow and expand ourselves as a person. I went from being a printmaker to a desktop publisher, to a graphic designer, to specializing in brand identity design, and now creating strategies with businesses and helping them grow. So in this video, I'm going to share with you all my personal journey that taught me 5 most important lessons and why I chose this as my mission of transforming businesses into thoughtful brands. I was 13 years old when I had decided that I wanted to work for my father's company, because at the time the technology he was building fascinated me. My life was completely planned out in front of me and I knew exactly what I had to do to fulfill the dream of leading the business. I pushed myself into doing everything that I had to, from completing my education to gaining in-depth knowledge of the technology and understand the market and the business in order to succeed and help my father grow the business. With all the efforts given, I succeeded in every single one of them and helped him build the vision step by step that resulted in great success until things weren't so great anymore. In 2014, all the plans I had for the business were shattered as the business became non-operational, and a year later he passed away. He served his customers with so much joy and passion, and in return earned trust, credibility, and respect through the technology he was building and the services that he provided, that people still remember. Nevertheless, he left behind a legacy with me of being in service to the people.
Here's lesson number 1. Genuinely being in service to others is the first step towards building a great brand. It simply means serving your clients with a genuine interest and intention.
In 2015, when I lost my father and the business, I didn't really know what I was going to do. As a matter of fact, I was completely lost and had no sense of direction whatsoever. But my gut, my feeling, always helped me in making decisions that I would not regret later. Meanwhile, I'd enrolled for a program that helped entrepreneurs rediscover who they were, create goals and action plans in hope to find a direction. At the time, I was also in a thought of restarting my father's company because that was everything that I really knew about. Without a doubt, the program that I enrolled for was phenomenal. I got a great sense of who I was as a person and was able to initiate the process of discovering what my purpose was and look life in a different perspective. I also took an opportunity with the leader of the program to assist him in the new batches that he led, that in return would probably help me bring more clarity in my purpose. While assisting in a couple of batches, I realized that there was a major conflict with the participants who enrolled as a business program and were given life perspectives in the magnitude. The product was great and the participants were happy, but the experience was poor as it did not meet the expectations of the participants. There was a huge gap in what was being communicated and what was being delivered.
Here is lesson number 2. Communication creates a perception and experience validates your communication. Customers measure their experience through what the brand communicates and whether that is being delivered or not.
I remember being in the discussion with the directors of the company along with the few program leaders and mentors about reworking on the brand, because They had programs listed from A to Z targeting all sorts of audiences, which did not make sense. I was hired there to deep dive into the business and generate new ideas and bring in some more clarity. Meanwhile, some new investors came on board and were involved in the business. And unfortunately, my profile changed to selling the same old program because they wanted to grow their business immediately and vertically. This was practically impossible because there was no clarity and nobody knew what they were selling. 6 months later, their plan miserably failed. At this point, I was 100% sure that the business needed rebranding, restructuring, and an architectural plan that mapped out the customer's journey. This would not only bring clarity in the business, but also for the audiences they engaged with. From there, I took charge, put together a small team along with some existing leaders, mentors, and a few participants to understand what exactly was happening. Together with the team, we were able to gain some deep insights on what was going wrong and what change was needed. It took us about 6 months to develop the brand architecture and bring clarity in the vision, mission, values, and the belief system that was comprehensible by the audience. It not only outlined what the company did, but also shared the experiences that each participant would possibly go through. This built a strong foundation for the organization. We hired an agency to help us design the visual brand for us, and when everything was ready, we successfully launched the brand with over 300 people in the room.
Here is lesson number 3. A strong foundation leads to building a sustainable brand. Like a home needs a solid foundation to build the structure on, a business also needs a strong foundation to build a brand on.
Going back in time, when I was studying at the university, I had some interest in design and photography. I would often learn and practice these skills by taking on some small jobs. There was never a goal to get into design full time, but there was something that really made me feel fulfilled about it. I took this as an opportunity and started building my portfolio to get more freelancing jobs and kept on practicing to enhance my skills and knowledge. When I would take on a job, I would always do a little deep dive with the client to understand the purpose of the design. This would give me more clarity in the goal that the client was trying to achieve. I love to keep my designs simple, yet powerful, so that the client can achieve the goal and its purpose would be solved. The process became quite experiential for the clients and became the key differentiator for them to choose me over others.
Here is lesson number 4. Add value to create value. Adding value means offering something beyond just your product or service that would create a better experience for your customers and maximize your profits.
It took me about 9 years to put all the pieces together and create a purpose for me in my life. As I begin this new chapter, I chose this as one of my purpose, that is, to inspire and help entrepreneurs, business owners, and passionate individuals to look at the possibilities beyond its existence. Somehow, that's exactly what I've been doing throughout my journey that made me feel absolutely fulfilled about. And I am grateful to everyone who's contributed in some way or the other.
And lastly, here is lesson number 5. It's never too late to create your own future.
Hi, I'm Haarshit Gala, and I would like to personally invite you to join me in this journey and turn around your business today. Because building a brand is growing together as a family and changing the lives of the people you believe in when they believed in you. Thank you.